BMW. New deposit, I put up another bag. Like fuck it, I'ma count while I'm in it. I heard planes flying, crowds screaming, money counting chains, clanking shit. I guess that's how it sound when you win it. I ain't joking, do it sound like I'm kidding. I've been making like 2,000 a minute. So high up through the clouds, I was swimming. I'm probably gonna drown when I'm in it.
What's going on, everybody? Today we have a very special guest. We have Mr. Kevin Chang from Mars Lab joining us. A lot to get into. We already covered them on our main channel, Up Next Crypto. You guys loved it. There was a lot of interest, and we love to see this level of transparency. Thank you, Kevin, for joining us today.
Well, pleasure's mine. Glad to be here.
Kevin, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, kind of how this whole thing started, and then we'll get into the Mars company in more detail.
Yeah, my name is Kevin Chang. I've been in the gaming industry for like 15 years. Game was just my thing. Because with the Web 2, Web 3, the whole thing changed. Then we saw this movement towards the change, the shift of, gaming environment where there was like subscription based with the gaming and free to play towards the P2E and everything. So we wanted to give that experience to users, and we started building with the Mars Labs, the Mars company.
That's amazing, man. And a lot going on around the metaverse. We saw Facebook with Meta, a lot of companies shifting towards that. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the Mars metaverse? I know it's a big point you guys are focusing on. Tell us how it's a global metaverse and how it's different from other projects that we're seeing in the space.
Yeah, the Mars Metaverse, like the name itself says, it's Mars themed, the red planet, like you have mentioned previously. So it's combination of short gameplay style with massively multiplayer online with 3D avatar combined. So it's an MMO, like say Diablo or World of Warcraft, where like hundreds and thousands can gather in one spot, and they can play the game, chat, interact, share their art styles or clothing fashions, and they can play like instant games, like Supercell's Brawl Stars or Clash of Clans, with the style of basketball, RC racings, or they could, go to play soccer together. They can make a league. What we're trying to do is, get them to play the game together. And we also wanted to give the users the sense of freedom and the key control of their life in the metaverse. So there is also the combination of gameplay. We try to put a lot of our effort in creating fun game itself. I mean, one thing that we wanted to show is that there are a lot of metaverse coming in from all over the world, right? And the key thing is that users really don't have things to do when they log in. So we saw that as a problem. I mean, like platforms like Roblox, I mean, they have content where users can join in and they can play for hours. But most of the Web3 metaverse, they don't have enough content to get the users locked in. So we saw that as a problem, and we try to create the content in there and to lock in the users. So we're very game centric in compared with other metaverse projects.
And that's what I realized right away looking into the Mars metaverse is the level of detail. So that's something you guys are doing, and we love to see. As far as it's not a generic metaverse, you could actually feel like you're actually involved as far as lifestyle, gameplay, and all of that stuff. And the other topic I want to move on to is the play turn structures that we're seeing in a lot of different games. I want to touch on Aquafarm a little with you guys, a very successful adventure RPC game that you guys are putting together. Can you kind of tell us how that started and what you have going on behind that?
Right. Aquafarm is casual XC Infinity style game. We saw XC Infinity's success, and we started building it. But what we wanted to do is create full 3D environment. XC is a great game, but it lacks in funness or the end content as to if you're gamers. you want more content in there, you want the updates. But as we have gaming background, I think we could do better with our services, because we wanted to bring the live characters, per se. If you have NFT, and if you log in usually into the game, you see like totally different character in there, because you bought this NFT, which is very cool, or looks good, but if you log into the game, it's the graphics crappy, or sometimes you get another character that's totally different from your NFT. But for the Aquafarm, we wanted that experience to be seamless, where if you have the actual NFT, then if you log into the game, you look at this exact same thing, but in 3D. So I think that would bring the experience more immersive and really focused when you play the game. So we're trying to build the Aquafarm as to seamless in the experience, from NFTs to building your assets or in-game play to the end contents.
And that's amazing when it comes to that game and kind of the difference it has with other games that we're seeing and play to earn concepts. You touched on NFTs a little bit there. I just want to take it a step back. Why don't you tell us a little bit about how you implemented NFTs with the whole Mars Metaverse, as far as the Martians NFT and different things that you guys are cooking up there, and how you could actually earn tokens by staking this NFT? What's going on over there?
Well, good question. I mean, the NFT we have for the Martian is just it's a representative of the whole Mars Metaverse narrative, or the worldview. What we're trying to do in the Mars Metaverse is, there is this limitation with the technology in Web3 and what we can do. So we're trying to create or combine that technology with what users want. So when users come in to the metaverse, they can play the game for free. But sometimes if they want to make graphic arts for their t-shirts for their avatar, and if that looks good, they can make it into NFT with MRC token, so that they can sell it to other users, or they could get that into the market like OpenSea.
Exactly.
So are basically free to play game, but for those important assets like real estates, or clothings, or the things that you made, those can be turned out to be NFT for trades. So that's the part where we want to implement NFTs for the intellectual property, and we want to make the genuine fact that that's not the companies but users.
That's amazing to hear, man. And I see everything on your site here. It's very impressive stuff. Something I want to talk about as well is the importance of community. We see it in the crypto community all the time, that if the project does not have a solid community, no matter how great the product is and the R&D is, it's very difficult for its success. Can you speak on how strong the Mars community it's been, and how important they've been in the growth of this project?
Well, yeah, I mean, our community, actually built from Korea, because we think that Korea has one of the strong aspects of creating content, especially within the digital, like games or platforms, or trade platforms, apps. So our community also started with our thought of believing that metaverse is going to be huge. What we pointed out to our community was we began our project like a year and a half ago, and we delivered the message of the belief that metaverse is coming. It's actually happening. What I thought was that, with the internet decades ago, our life changed a lot. with the iPhones and Android coming
Yeah.
out, that's a totally different world.
Of course.
What right now, like everything from 2D or mobility is changing to the 3D experiences like VR, holograms,
Yeah.
whether it be PC or mobile. And our community believe that as well, and they like the concept of metaverse. When we began like a year ago, metaverse was just a term that no one could understand.
Yeah.
So like us and like we studied together and we delivered the message of what we think the real metaverse is.
Yeah.
And it could be different metaverses, like metaverse of hologram,
Mhm.
Microsoft, or from Meta, or Roblox, or Zepeto. But we really thought that the content, if we wanted to build the content, it has to be fun, and our community really agree that we deliver the roadmap throughout our entire plan. And
Yeah. That's amazing.
our community has been really supportive of spreading the world, spreading the words, delivering the message to other users. That happens, or in results, that brought us like to 1 million downloads to our app. So they've been really supportive and strong.
No, that's amazing stuff, man. And I see your timeline here and how amazing you guys have been achieving every key point that you've set. I just want to move on to what you guys kind of see happening in the next quarter, all the way to the next year, and kind of the development throughout that time on different rollouts, products, and kind of where you want to be a year from now.
Right. Our app is like really focused in Asia right now,
Mhm.
because we started from Korea to we're spreading to Japan, Taiwan, even in like China, Southeast Asia, and we're doing the global marketing right now, global promotions, viral, and everything. So that's our plan for the until next year. And for the development of the actual metaverse, we actually have developed a couple of the content that is ready to release, or get for the users to test it out. And we want to gather more data if the content that we built really met our intention.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be testing our content throughout next year. And by the end of next year, or by the year 2024, it's gonna be official or grand launch of our metaverse, that where users can experience the content, they can spend MRST, or they
Yeah.
can create avatar NFTs and everything. So we will be just building and building.
And we're excited to see what you guys do, man. Very, very excited, especially with how this
Thank
last
you.
year has been. Kevin, do you want to say anything else to the viewers, subscribers, the people watching this? Do you have any last messages from the Mars World team and yourself?
Yeah, I mean, for our community, I mean, thank you for all your support. We've been really strong for last year, and we'll be more stronger throughout the our building times, and the time frame that given. And also, given the situation of the market right now, we have listed in OKX like 2 days ago or 3 days ago. It was listed on the 9th. And times like these will be the time that usually, I mean, I've been in the crypto for like 5 years now, and usually this is where builders build, but investors invest. So just keep focus on the what you're doing, what we are doing, and to join us in OKX to get more infos on MRC.
Of course, guys, you heard it. Token is live now and trading on OKX. And guys, if they're able to be successful now in this environment that we're seeing, they can be successful in any environment. As he said, builders build. Thank you so much for joining us, Kevin. We look forward to having you on the channel down the line, and very excited to see what the Mars company continues to do.
Thank you. Thank you for your time and everything. Yeah, let's go.
Awesome. Take care, Kevin. Love.